Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. This is your boy Robert Thomas Jr., and this is another quick episode of the Real News Behind the News, March 15th, 2015 edition. Oh yeah, we're gonna come to y'all today. We're gonna run it down real quick with two major stories that nobody seems to be paying attention to here in America, but we on the verge of nuclear war, y'all. Ain't nobody paying attention to it because the American mainstream media is not telling you what's really going on. Alright, let me tell y'all what's really going on. We're going to look at the situation in Ukraine first. Alright, according to the American mainstream media, President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, has invaded the Ukraine. And he's taking over. We got to do something about those goddamn Russians. They are taking over the place. They're trying to invade the Ukraine. People. If Vladimir Putin wanted to take over the Ukraine, if Russia really wanted to take over the Ukraine, how long do you think it would take them to do it? It wouldn't even take them 24 hours to do it. It'll take them about 48 hours. And they'll march right in there and just take the whole country over. Now, this is really what happened. Last year, even Barack Obama has admitted this. But last year, the United States sponsored a coup d'etat in the Ukraine, where they overthrew the democratically elected leader at that time and replaced him with a puppet leader who was dedicated to furthering the United States agenda with the central bank, the United States and European agenda with enslaving the people of Ukraine to the European, to the central banking system. Now, the people of Eastern Ukraine was like, no, we don't want none of that, man. So why should we borrow money from some bankers at interest? And then we got to pay it back, but all the government officials and the corporations are benefiting from it. So the people of Eastern Ukraine say, nah, we'd rather go with Russia, man. Russia got the better deal for it. And that's what happened. Now the United States got egg on their face, so they trying to save face. So what they do? They go in and sponsor military engagement. Now they got the Western Ukrainians, who the United States and Europe is sponsoring, fighting against the Eastern Ukraine. Russia has nothing to do with this, folks. Russia ain't have nothing. Russia has too much to lose to be involved in something like that. See, the United States is making war, but Russia is going all around the world making deals. You see what I'm saying? The United States can't handle that. You know, you have the BRICS coalition. That's Brazil, Russia, India, and China. They have all come together and formed an economic power base that is fixing to shut the American and European economies down. This is a dire warning, folks. Our economy is finna crash. Our government is so desperate to deceive you and have somebody else to blame it on, they're literally going to war with Russia. Now, you think I'm kidding? Just look at all your mainstream media news sources, and they're telling you we are definitely putting arms into the hands of the Western Ukraine. You see what I'm saying? Now the United States is talking about they're sending advisors to the area so they can advise the Western Ukrainians on how to defeat Russians and the Eastern Ukrainians. Well, think about this, folks. They sent advisors to Vietnam, and we wind up getting into a long, costly war. They sent advisors to Iraq. They sent advisors to Afghanistan. Do you get where I'm coming from? Next thing you know, we will be over there. Literally, matter of fact, there are American soldiers. Put it like this: there are American mercenaries on the ground right now in Ukraine fighting against the Eastern Ukrainians. Yeah, you remember Blackwater, that so-called security group that got in trouble out there in Iraq for shooting up all those innocent people? Yeah, they're over there in Ukraine right now fighting for the United States against, quote-unquote, the Russians. So, hey, that situation is getting bad because Vladimir Putin flat out told Obama and the United States Congress, look, I ain't none of Saddam Hussein, and you definitely ain't finna do us like you did Gaddafi. We not Libya, we not Iraq, we not Somalia, we not none of those countries. You know why? Because we have nuclear weapons, and they got something else on their side. They got the Chinese behind them. They got the Indian. Pretty much, they got the rest of the world around them. People, this is going to spin us off into the second part of this story. This fake war that Benjamin Netanyahu is trying to push off against the Iranians. Folks, let me tell y'all something. Iran has not been aggressive or invaded another country in over 200 years. So why now would they try to build a nuclear weapon just to strike Israel? Why would the Iranians go out their way to build one nuclear bomb to strike Israel, who got well over 300? It don't make no sense. You see what I'm saying? What it is, research this guy named General Wesley Clark. Excuse me. Wesley Clark told us of the United States plan to conquer the Middle East. They had planned on doing it by 2008, but it got derailed because the countries that the United States sponsored government overthrows in Iraq, Libya, Somalia, they did not stay conquered by the United States. This is the real reason why we're going back into Iraq for a third time. Hey, Obama, I thought you said the war in Afghanistan is over. Then why are there 11,000 American troops plus the international troops still in Afghanistan? Why did you increase the military role in Afghanistan to one of a more aggressive stance if the war was over? If the war was over in Afghanistan, all those soldiers should have been back here. Folks, they running game on you. And get what's so bad about it is American Christians are being bamboozled. You are being suckered in to accept sending your children to fight a war off in the desert. You see what I'm saying? By the Israeli government and the United States government. Yeah, you are being bamboozled because what they're doing. We all know now that ISIS is created and manufactured, funded by the United States. It's coming out to the light, folks. The United States been dropping them weapons for the last 5-6 months. And they tell us, oops, it was a mistake. We thought they was on our side. Man, come on, y'all know what time it is. ISIS is nothing more than a boogeyman that the United States created so that no matter what country they want to invade next, all they got to do is say ISIS is there. A couple of weeks ago, Barack Obama asked Congress to give him the authority to go to war. You know what I'm saying? With anybody, with any country on the war, basically the war is against ISIS. But he's saying, asking Congress to allow the United States military to go into any country in the world and fight ISIS. Now, all the United States got to do is say that, hey, ISIS is in the North Pole. So we got to go up there and get them polar bears, you know what I'm saying? Because they might be hiding and funding and coercion with ISIS. You see what I'm saying? This thing is getting wild, folks. But again, when you're messing with the Russians, it's a little bit different than messing with ISIS, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Yemen. It's a whole lot different because Russia got nuclear weapons, folks. And Vladimir Putin said that he will use them. Now, we might be sitting over here in America talking about, well, it ain't going to affect us. Don't you know that the Russians have submarines all on the coast of the United States? They can strike anywhere in the United States just like that. So, again, people wake up and become aware of what's really going on. These folks are literally fixing to take the world to war. We're already at World War III. We had an economic and cyber war with the rest of the world that the United States wants to conquer. Now they are literally putting boots on the ground and finna start shooting. World War III is already underway, my friends. We just waiting for the bombs to drop. Let's pray and even pray some more. When we finish with that, let's pray some more, folks, because it's about to get wild. Now, my second story that we're going to go off into before we end this episode, well, there's a couple of things I want. Hillary Clinton. You finna get exposed. I hope they send you to jail, Hillary, because you something evil. You's an evil lady here. Hillary Clinton is one of the most evil people ever to grace politics. This woman is known for murders and just all kinds of dishonesty, greed. This woman here is, anyway, let me get off Hillary. I can't stand Hillary Clinton. I guess y'all can tell that by now. Hillary is one of the most evil people to ever work in American politics. And anybody who votes for her, I'm going to just be real, forgive me, but I question your intelligence. If you can't go back and look and see a pattern of deception, pattern of cover-up, a pattern of mistaken privilege, she thinks just because she's Hillary Clinton, she can do anything she wants and get away with it. See, I'm going to give y'all a little game about what really went down in Benghazi, and then I'm going to switch to the last story real quick. What really happened in Benghazi was Hillary Clinton and and Barack Obama literally tried to kidnap the Ambassador Stevenson. That might sound crazy, but you got to realize Barack Obama was trying to negotiate to get that blind sheikh who was responsible for the first World Trade Center bombing. He wanted to get him pardoned and released. Barack Obama's thinking was a two-part plan. We can stage this kidnapping. We can get the ambassador. We can hold him hostage. That way now I can negotiate his release for the release of the blind sheikh. And at the same time, I can be the hero and just win this election that's coming up flat out, hands down. Hillary Clinton was trying to cover up the fact that Ambassador Stevenson was fully aware that the United States was secretly selling guns out of that embassy over there in Benghazi to Al-Qaeda. So Ambassador Stevenson got hip to the fact that when this all go bad, they're going to throw me under the bus. I want out. I want to go home. So Hillary Clinton was going to use the kidnapping as a way to keep him silent and from exposing what was going on through the State Department. Yeah, that's what happened. They literally planned to kidnap the ambassador for political reasons, but it went wrong. Because when the operatives that they had employed to go in and kidnap the ambassador, they went in, and when the shooting started, the people in the neighborhood of Benghazi and surrounding areas heard the shooting. They already was tired of the United States government in there messing over their country, so they went and joined the paid operatives, and the situation got out of hand, and the ambassador wound up getting killed. That's why there's so much stonewalling and covering up in Benghazi investigation, because it's going to come out. All the rest of the world, the fact is known. It's coming out through the rest of the world that it was attempted kidnapping. See, this is what the deal is, my friend. You got to turn off this American media and start researching other news articles from international news and from very trustworthy independent media sources. Because the American mainstream media has been corrupted and bought out by the major corporations. And again, this is my last story. To give you an example of that, have you ever been watching the news and all of a sudden they come on talking about how bad, you know what I'm saying, the measles epidemic? It ain't no epidemic, folks. 300 million people in America and less than 150 of them getting measles. And guess what? The people who are getting measles are getting it from the vaccination. Now, these folks are trying to force you to get your kids vaccinated. And guess what? They even now talking about forcing adults to go back and get all them vaccinations that we supposed to have when we were children. Yeah, they finna force this. Now, you'll notice you watch the news and they talk about how bad the viruses are. We need to force everybody to get vaccinated. Then as soon as that little segment is over, you got one of these one of these pharmaceutical companies coming with one of these dangerous medications, talk about some of the possible side effects includes death. Your kidney might fall out when you're using the bathroom, but this product is okay. You see what I'm saying? So what is happening? The pharmaceutical company is kicking that big money down to the corporate mainstream media to promote their propaganda. And again, let me tell you, I'll give y'all a little knowledge. Since 2010, when measles was supposed to have been eradicated in America, you see what I'm saying? There have been no deaths from the measles. But since then, there's been almost 200 deaths resulting from the measles vaccination. Folks, these folks are literally basically setting us up for the kill. You see what I'm saying? They are literally setting up the groundwork to force everybody in America to take part in this vaccination system. And at the same time, the only people that's profiting from it is the pharmaceutical company. Did you know that if you get that vaccination and something happens, you die, your family die, or you get real sick, you can't sue? Because the American government passed a law saying that you cannot sue these pharmaceutical companies for vaccination, where they created a special court. You see what I'm saying? That you have to sue. You can't sue in a regular court. You have to go through a special vaccination type court. Yeah, it's wild. We are living in a fascist system, whereas our government is co-opted and corrupted by the corporations. The corporations really run America, y'all. Our president, our Congress, all that is theater, a stage show. And they use the American mainstream media to keep the deception going and to continue to try to indoctrinate us. My suggestion turn off that TV and start researching things for yourself. If you hear something on American mainstream media, 9 times out of 10, it's a lie. What you got to do is figure out a way to peel off the layers of that lie and get to the truth. I always ask the question, well, what is it that they're not telling me? What is it? What agenda are they really trying to push? It's coming out. Now, I've been telling y'all for a while, you can't trust the mainstream media. And everybody thought I was crazy. But look what's going on with Bill O'Reilly. And what's that other boy name? I know his name. Brian Williams over at NBC. Flat out liars. So if they lie about little stuff like that, man, won't they lie to you about the big stuff? I worked in a television station, and I know how the news run. You know, I know how things go. But I never been on a major network news channel, work for major network news. But I know that when these people up there giving their broadcasts about specific issues, they have generals and government officials in that newsroom making sure they stick to the official narrative. This is documented fact, my friends. But again, we're going to wrap this video up. And again, I want everybody to take these videos, man, and share them with as many of your friends as you possibly can. We need to spread this message out there that we don't want another war. And everybody that's screaming war, we're going to give you a pair of combat boots. We're going to give you some pretty desert camouflage. We're going to give you a rifle. We're going to give you a parachute. We're going to let you get on one of the military transport planes. And we're going to drop you off in the middle of the desert and let you and your kid go and fight them folks over there and try to take they all. You see what I'm saying? So we need y'all to spread this message, man. Please. I'm not begging, but I'm asking you to leave a comment. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like the video, hit the thumbs down. But give us all kinds of criticism, whether it be constructive or negative. Whether you hate me or my message or whatever, just leave a comment so that we can try to start making these videos go viral. You know, you got a lot of black folks running around here right now, sleepwalking, man. We sleepwalking. Basically what we're doing, we're running around here and we're willing to believe everything that our government, who it has been proven that are flat out liars, we believe in everything they tell us. But when somebody like me come and tell you the truth, oh, I'm a conspiracy theorist. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nut job, tinfoil hat wearing type guy. But anyway, share these videos. You know what I'm saying? Keep reposting them, you know. And again, leave constructive criticism. And also be aware of the format change from the Real News Behind the News radio show. Well, we're going to start taking that on more of a local level. And we're really going to deal with politics on a local level. The situation in the black community. We're going to do all those things on the radio show, but on the Real News Behind the News video, hey, we're going to keep it straight up 100 with you, what's going on in the world. Because even though local politics are the most important to make changes that touch your life every day, the policies that are being put in place and the decisions that are made nationally and internationally will change your life forever. So until you all see me again, my name is Robert R. Thomas Jr., and this is the Real News Behind the News video edition. I need all y'all to stay blessed and have a wonderful, prosperous day.